Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am going to do another installment of my most requested eye look series today. And today we are going to be doing the look that I had on in my Kosas Tinted Face Oil review. I got so many requests to see this look, or maybe not even, I did get a lot of requests, but a lot of, oh my goodness, your eye look is gorgeous. Like, lots of compliments on the eye look. Now, if you follow me on my other channel, I have done this look before over there, so it might be a little redundant, but I know a lot of y'all don't follow me over there, so I wanted to do it again over here because it truly is one of my most requested eye looks. My lips are feeling kind of bare, so I'm going to put some lipstick on real quick because the rest of my face is done, and then we will get started. Okay, so today we are only going to be using one palette, and it is the Beautycounter Classic Eyeshadow Palette. This was in my 2018 favorites as one of my most used eyeshadow palettes in the year 2018. I love this palette so much. I cannot even tell you how much I love it. It's perfect for brown eyes. It's perfect for blue eyes. I mean, really any color eye can wear these colors. But it is my go-to travel palette. I'm leaving in a couple days to go to Florida, and this is the only palette I will be taking. It's all I need. I love, love, love it. Now, if you haven't seen these palettes before, the mirrors do come out, which I love. So that way I don't have to hold the palette up the entire time to be able to use this mirror. So we are going to start out with the color Sienna. This is probably, well, it is my favorite matte color in the palette. It's like a very warm, I don't want to say orange, but it's like sienna terracotta type color. And I'm using my Wayne Gossamer 16 brush, surprise, surprise. I have primed my eyes and set them with a powder, and I'm just going to run this through my crease. Some would say sloppily, but this is the only crease color we're using, so we can be a little bit sloppy. A lot of times I will just use this color in the crease to kind of contour my eye and then be done with it, because it's just such a complementary color to, like I said, my eye color and my skin tone, and it's very buildable. I'm not going to say it's sheer upon first application because it's not. It has really good pigment, but it's not going to be like, oh crud, I did way too much, I need to go in and buff this out. It's going to be more of, oh, okay, that's great for me today, or I want a little bit more, I'm going to add a little bit more. Okay, now we're going to go to the lid. I'm not going to use a base for this look. I don't think you need a base for this look. I feel like I have an eyelash in my eye. I'm going to go in with the color Burnished, which really is just a gorgeous burnished bronze, little bit of a warmer undertone color. This is a satin shadow, so it's not going to show up metallic, but it's also not matte. Very forgiving if you have any like crinkles or crepiness that you don't want to accentuate, but you also don't want an all matte look. So I'm going to put this on my flat shader brush, my Sedona Lace number 941, and I'm going to apply this all over the lid. Now, when I first used this color, I believe it was when I did this eye look on my other channel, I could not stop talking about this color. This is probably, I said Sienna was my favorite matte color. This is my favorite color in the palette, period. It is stunning. And I really don't know that I have anything quite like it. I have something that is like the same tone, but I think it's more like a metallic. And I don't always want something that metallic on my lid. Now, I am going to be topping this with metallic colors. So you're probably going to be like, what in the world? But, so if you can see, this is kind of just like this is the way my eyes are. I have a much more deep set eye on this side. So I have this little crinkle crease right on the inner corner that shadows get stuck in a lot. I didn't necessarily want that color to go that far in, but we will fix it with an inner corner highlight. So if that ever happens to you, it's not something you need to like take off your eye. You can fix it to where it'll still work. Now, I do have all of my other face makeup on, as I had mentioned earlier, and there is absolutely no fallout with these shades. So I used one side of my brush for that. I'm going to go in on the other side. So we're using minimal brushes for this. And I'm going to go into Copper, which is another gorgeous shade in this palette. And I'm going to put that in the middle of the lid. So again, not new technique, y'all. I am not a cut crease type of girl. It's just, there's nothing against them. I think they're gorgeous. I think they take talent. And I'm not saying I can't do it, but I don't like that kind of look. I want something that's going to be super easy to achieve, but also high impact if I want it to be. So I don't want to lose that gorgeous burnish shade underneath, so that's why I'm only keeping it in the middle, kind of the width of the brush. So I'm just going to take the brush down and then just pat out the sides to take away any harsh lines, and then let that be about the width I'm going to work with, so I can still see a little bit of that color coming through. And now I'm going to go back in with that sienna color and just add a little bit more. I didn't want any of that to disappear while we were adding any of the lid colors, because I do think that that really opens up the eye. Now I'm going to take my Wayne Goss number 20 brush back into that same sienna, and I'm only using one color on my lower lash line. I do have a video going over 4 of my favorite ways to smoke out the lower lash line. This is the first technique in that video and one that I use most often. When I want the majority of the attention to go to the lid color because I love it so much, like I do in this look, I don't want to draw too much attention to the lower lash line. I just want it to complete the look. So that's why I am just taking this one color to round out that crease color, it being the same shade that we used in the crease, just to complete the look. And for the final step, I'm going to go in with Ivory on a pencil brush, and this is where I am going to kind of work a little bit in that inner corner and brighten that up. This is a very pigmented shade, if you can tell. It's actually very crazy how different my eyes are in the way they set into my face, and I can't tell it as much looking at it as I can when I work my inner corner because they are so differently placed. It's crazy. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that on the brow bone. Use my finger to kind of join it with that crease color because I did intentionally go pretty high up with that crease color. Now I'm going to do my mascara, and that is the finished look. Super easy, super quick. I think it's super flattering, and it truly is a go-to look for me. Like I feel like I'm about to hit pan in a couple of the colors that I just used because I use this all the time, and I do this look. I mean, it's like my go-to. If I don't know what to do, I pull out this palette and that's what I do because I know it's going to always work and always look good. So hopefully you enjoyed this little mini tutorial on one of my most requested eye looks. Let me know if you have any other questions, and always be sure to comment on my videos if you do like the eye looks and would like to see them included in this series, because I'm trying to do one at least once a month. So as always, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.